check there on Messi, take a look. But I'm not too sure that David Garcia means okay.
Ray, at the moment, things not happy in Blaugrana land, and understandably so. That could turn around in a month's time once a European title is on the line. But
Phil, they've got a real task ahead of them to beat Napoli in and of itself, wherever that game takes place. And then if they get past Napoli, they have to play the favourite of Bayern Munich, and that's just to get to the semi-finals. Now, honestly, have you seen anything that would really compel you to believe that this Barcelona setup is going to be really gunning for another Champions League? There will have to be a massive turnaround, both collectively, individually, from a coaching standpoint. Let's have it right. They've not indicated that they are on the right ladder to get there.
although they do face, if they get past Napoli, who have been, other than a cup run, less than impressive, they'll face a Bayern squad that is champion in Germany, but has also been idle almost as long as PSG. So,
What an optimist you are.
you're saying there's a chance.
That Bayern Munich team is certainly locked and loaded, and there's others as well that, depending on the draw, give all sorts of problems. It's just the whole coordination of Setien's team after this lockdown seems to be sporadic, spasmodic. They're not dependable and reliable. I mean, even here today we're looking at Semedo and Furbo, who's been really a big part of this first 45 minutes. And are they the type of wing backs that are going to take into the promised land of Champions League football? I don't know. It's a sure. That's not even touching the tip of the iceberg of problems that Barcelona are facing.
Again, one thing from Quique Setien's perspective, trickles through from Brathwaite, Puig in the middle, but he can't get around Navas, and it will stay in play for Estupiñán, slammed down, and he will win the foul.
This break is just a bit of complete utter luck by Barcelona, as it was Messi who lost control and then regained the touch of the ball, and then it just broke in for Martin Braithwaite to chase down. Again, it's pretty chaotic out there from a Barcelona standpoint. Again, from their high standards of connectivity and synchronicity, Phil, this is, I don't know if there's another word, but just a mess.
Iago Aspas does it again, so Levante maybe letting things slip, and Celta maybe sticking around as he's tied it up just prior to the break. By the way, a bit of history already in the docket. You take a look at those numbers. Joaquin was in the starting lineup for Betis today against Alaves. Betis still glad to be out of the relegation threat. Alaves, meanwhile, trying to stay there. But Joaquin with the start, game number 551. No field player has ever played more games than Betis' talismanic winger. In comes Messi, but there's no path to goal. Mallorca, meanwhile, has also found the net. Mercucho Hernandez scoring in the 20th minute. Maybe the most unlikely of sources, it's Victor Diaz with the flying half volley to tie the score in injury time. Wow. Granada clipping Mallorca's wings. And Ray, you were about to say. Setien looking rather nervous to say the least. Let's go back to Balaídos. It was 2-0 Levante. Santi Mina cut it in half. And it's Iago Aspas dragging the keeper wide and scoring. Marauding down the left, and Arnaiz catches it sweet.
Yeah, you got Semedo to beat, and then you've got Piqué tracking back quickly, and he puts the brakes on and kind of cut out, which I still believe is a wonderful ball by the Ecuadorian to find the goal scorer, and his finishing was lethal. Beautiful bouncer towards the Stegen's bottom corner, and what's the answer been from Barcelona in a game that they know going in? They cannot afford to slip up. It's been Bambi on ice football.
Looking for their mother right about now. 5 minutes deep in a 3-minute injury time. That might add a little bit more. Sanchez not looking at his
And breathe. It is halftime across all 9 matches of Laliga Santander. Let's take a look back at the Camp Nou, where Barcelona are trailing Osasuna 1-0. And here is that goal in the 15th minute. Estupiñán sets up Jose Arnaiz with the goal, Gary.
Yeah, it's a good finish. A little bit too easy to get that ball across, but let's just focus on the keeper, Ter Stegen. He's a bit blinded. Estupiñán has too much space to get that ball in from Smeda, but there, Ter Stegen, too many bodies in front.
In the 22nd minute, a chance for Barcelona. Messi steps up for the free kick, but hits the crossbar.
Yeah, just a lick of paint denying him another free kick goal. By the way, that was only Osasuna's 12th time that Osasuna scored the first goal in a game in La Liga. So that tells you something.
What a place to do it. In the 39th, another chance for Barcelona. Lovely give and goes between Sergio Roberto and breakaway to Messi, but it's ultimately blocked by Estupiñán, Gary.
Yeah, gets deflected there. Messi, probably the only player in that Barcelona team who looked positive, excited, creative, and even he can't get the breakthrough again.
Yeah, 1-0 in favor of Osasuna. We're going to head to the Alfredo Di Stefano next on the Express Halftime Show. At the half, at the Camp Nou, Osasuna in the lead, and then over at the Alfredo Di Stefano Stadium, Real Madrid are up 1-0, courtesy of a goal by Karim Benzema, which means, as it stands, I'm so excited, I'm losing my breath, because as it stands, Real Madrid will be champions for the 34th time in La Liga Santander. Let's take a look back. That man right there could be clinching his second La Liga title as Real Madrid manager. And here is the goal. Casemiro wins the ball back, passes it to Modric, who passes it to Benzema and sends it home, Eric.
Yes, the high press from Real Madrid that forces a turnover, and this really has been the blueprint under Zidane this season. And just Casemiro stepping in so strongly. Modric surveys the field, lays it red carpet pass to Benzema.
His 20th goal of the La Liga season, Gary. What can't this man do?
He's brilliant. He's my player of the season. He's my possible Ballon d'Or. Even his teammates jumped out of their seats to applaud him. And it's not an easy finish. He's got a defender about to tackle him. He's going to beat the goalkeeper, and he does it, Gabby.
Yep, Real Madrid 45 minutes away from the title, especially if Barcelona can't get all 3 points here. Second half's up next on BN Sports.
Hi, I'm Mariano Rivera.
starting to clear up just a bit, and that's not necessarily a good thing for the Blaugrana. Brasanac is back out there, so whatever it was may be a stinger, but after he exited on a stretcher, he's back in to start the second half. Busquets loosening up. We're just about ready to get this one underway. Sanchez Martinez checking with his assistants, checking his watch. And all the games but one at the same time, so maybe a bit of coordination, especially with what's going on at the Di Stefano. And we are underway. It is 1-0 Osasuna, thanks to Jose Arnaiz, the former Barcelona winger, scoring just his second goal of the season on loan with Osasuna. That alone would be good enough to give the title to Real Madrid, but Karim Benzema with his 20th goal, making things even more clear. Phil Shane alongside Ray Hudson. No changes for either team at the break, but it looks like there could be some looming. Ray, what needs to change for Barcelona here?
Attitude always comes first, Phil, and the way this Barcelona team went about their early business in that first half, it didn't seem to be quite right, let's just say. It was as dire a performance from Barcelona as I've seen, and the reshaped lineup certainly didn't look as if it was the right chemistry as the game went on. I thought giving the start of Ansu Fati on that left side in particular would prove dividends, but he's been starved. Semedo and Firpo are doing their best to give them that width, but really Barcelona has been lacking. He's in here.
Into the area, back for Braithwaite! But the flag comes up. Messi laying it off on a platter, but it looks like
it's a fabulous ball here, regardless if it's offside or not. It is offside, but it's very close. And it's one of those situations, if you freeze frame it right in the moment where Ricky Puig plays that wonderful ball over the top, the point of contact on the ball, a nanosecond before it leaves his foot is got to be taken into account. But a shame, because there's a lovely finish and a great move engineered by the kid.
Something we did not see in the first half. Now, substitutes ready to come in for Barcelona, looking to try and add to their lead. Osasuna. Well, back and pops up. Driven across Ter Stegen's net. By the way, there has been one change. Brasanac is out. It's Oyer Sanjurjo who has checked into the midfield, and there you see by half a stride.
Yeah, the ball's already off of his foot, though. That's my point.
Take it back a pixel.
It's one of those situations that never be resolved.
Well, Ray mentioned what was going on at injury time down at the bottom of the table. The last time we had checked, right around 45, Celta was trailing. Mallorca was winning, which would have meant just 1 point separating Celta from the drop. But in injury time, Iago Aspas scores, and then Diaz scores for Granada, so it's back up to 4. Similar story elsewhere, although remember, Leganés playing with a man advantage after Unai Simón got ejected midway through the first, so there still could be a race, or it could be all razor clear. Messi on Estupiñán, Puig for Rakitic. Nothing over. In. Actually, Semedo on that far flank, Fati on the near. Rakitic brought down, free kick Barca.
This could have went either way, in my opinion, and certainly Osasuna lads think the same way. Take a look, as both players come across, I think that's a foul the other way, personally. But you can understand how Rakitic is trying to get in between the player and the ball, but I think he got there a little bit too early, and it sets the table for Leo. This is a tough one, but it's tough to this guy. Better start from Barcelona, just in the crispness of the passing and a little bit extra alacrity in the movement, Phil, and it's showing them up in a better light.
Messi hit the crossbar in the first half and just whistled it past the upright on another free kick. 5 minutes into the second half. 4 in the wall, and again, building a barrier, but he sends it 2 yards above the crossbar this time.
That looks being there with him the entire game. Leo trying to block the dam downstairs, jumping wall upstairs.
Interesting there,
never
Ray.
in danger.
You saw the player dropping to his knees. It was Hugo Mayo to do it. Notice he turned his back because we have actually seen, was it Iker Bonayin who fell and the ball hit him in the hand and they gave up a penalty? So, kind of watching strategy grow in front of our eyes. Fati on Mayo. Case back by Firpo. Fati! So Setien. And it looks like Xavi is going to wait for the election and will commit to Al-Sadd, especially with his good buddy Santi Cazorla on his way. Of course, the European Championships still on the line, and that's going to tie Ronald Koeman up. So some people even saying Pochettino might end his no Barca rule as people are looking for alternatives. For Quique Setien, maybe hanging on by a straw. Could turn that around with a good Champions League performance, but as you said, there's been little to be optimistic about. And on the other hand, Ray, Messi looking for a gap, plays it for Puig. Wide for Fati, into the area, trying to drop it, but Hoyer was there. Since Real Madrid have come back, Karim Benzema has scored 6 goals. Sergio Ramos has scored 5. Courtois has only allowed 3 goals in the 10 games, and Real Madrid have not trailed for a moment since play resumed. On the other hand, Suarez with 4, Messi with 3, and Ter Stegen and company have allowed 6 for Barcelona. Kept in nicely. Piqué showing some dribbling skills, but Estupiñán ties him up.
Remember as well, Phil, Setien continues to get roasted. How many people they approached, how many coaches before Setien basically took the job that nobody really else showed any great desire to jump into. And I've got a feeling it's going to be the same way around. I think you just went through the list of considered coaches. Maybe a surprise next time. Maybe they'll be looking towards a team that's playing some real good, attractive football against the odds. We'll see.
Mati to the inside. Rakitic lets it run. Sergi for Messi. Back for Semedo. Messi with a blast and the right foot denied. Sergio Herrera with a stop.
Now, again, it's the only way through for this Barcelona team is through the medicine man and a wonderful, typical Leo Messi run.
Semedo carded.
Seeing his objects in front of him like a downhill skier looking at those poles. Take a look at this. This was good football, Leo, and uses Semedo just to get it dinked back. And it's a crackerjack of a hit, and really, Sergio Herrera doesn't know anything about it. One, great best giving him a big smile. Pick yourself up. Herrera hits him right in solar plexus knocks the wind out of a good
Back to Malaidos, Ray, and Celta on defense. Again, it's Levante pushing through, and a beautiful little flick. It's Borja finally getting his goal, and Levante's back in front, and Celta is back in danger. Good ball from the flank. It was Ruben Rochina, the former Barcelona winger, by way of Blackburn, finding the ex-Real Madrid striker, Borja Mayoral. Levante has reclaimed the lead. Not a nice, the only goal scorer here. Ray, this is a little bit of the anomaly with Puig and Fati in. Brathwaite keeps it alive, slammed upfield by Borja, by Mayo. Perhaps the real concern for this Barcelona squad is the age. Normally, you're looking at 8 or 9 players who are 31 or older. Pass behind on nice. To Betis, the Benito Villamarin. Alaves breaking through. The flag stays down. Or does it? They're waiting. And the goal will count. Alaves with the lead. And here another chance for Barcelona. So Joaquin getting his 551st game. But in the 51st minute, Jose Lu with the goal.
Barcelona in this second half is still leaving way too many spaces, but 1-0 down. They're gambling here now, and it's paying off in certain regards. Better football from Ansu Fati as well.
Rakitic in the book.
Better with Firpo.
Rakitic will miss the next match. Now to Getafe, the Alfonso Perez Atletico in a mini Madrid derby. And it's Atletico pushing forward. Ferreira Carrasco at the top of the box. And it's Marcos Llorente with a Zidane-like spin. The ex-Madrid midfielder scores for Atleti as they have taken the lead and looking to lock down the third spot in the table. Diego Simeone, well, I guess for him that passes as a smile. What a key Llorente has been since Simeone elected to let him play up front. Approaching the hour mark. As things stand, Real Madrid would win their 34th crown. Ball right to Ter Stegen. Atleti would lock down third place, but for a miracle by Sevilla. Getafe would grab 7th, although again, Athletic and La Real battling for that extra Europa League spot. And Leganés going into the final week, and Mallorca both at 33 points. Celta would still be in danger, although Valladolid and Alaves would be safe as things stand. Celta could still be pipped on the tiebreaker by both Leganés and Mallorca, so they're not safe yet. Aridan reads it well. Firpo doesn't pass it well. Vidal ready to try and add some vigor. A nice decked free kick. And Suarez also set to check in. Would imagine Brathwaite's day is done, but who does Vidal come in for? It's Semedo. So Sergio Roberto will drop to right back, and Vidal will slide into the midfield. And it is like for like up front.
I had the opportunity to grab it, but really, throughout that whole first half, very, very limited in his involvement on Braithwaite. And not down to him seeing a lot of the ball and not converting or not threatening. He barely saw the ball, Phil.
Did have that one great opportunity here in the second, thanks to Messi's pass, but to the vagaries of the pixels, wiped out for offside. Cometh the hour. Is there a man in sight for Barcelona? Minutes remain. Airboat up for Fati. Rakitic sweeps it clean. Trying to build rhythm. Suarez smartly draws the contact from Navas, and it's going to be a free kick from about 25.
Maybe a couple of degrees to one side or the other, and it's been there or thereabouts. So we'll see if Leo adjusts all of his gyroscopes this time. Suarez fancies it.
Nice pressures and gets the touch. Fati trying to put out his own fire, and does. That'll put a smile on his coach's face. Messi across. Vidal taken wide, keeps it going wider.
and it's just, is the ball made contact? Now, they say it is with Messi's Stradivarius left foot, but as you said, Phil, what a complete shift of dynamic, and it's a magnificent goal, but it's going to be looked at, and it looks like it's going to be taken off.
By the way, Ray, you talked about what Busquets means and obviously what Messi means. In recent weeks, Luis Suarez has taken some flack. And I think what he showed there is what he is capable of. Take a look here, meanwhile, at the Di Stefano. A knee to the face. Thibaut Courtois charging out to try and make the stop. Quintilla coming in. Nothing intentional, but Thibaut Courtois just got decked. He's back on his feet. It looks like he might be okay, but that one had Real Madrid fans quivering just a little. He has been huge this season for Real. Messi and Barcelona tied at 1. Gerard Piqué again letting his opinions get the better of him. And he finished week 38.
Not sure it's got anything to do with the actual goal itself, but maybe just speaking some, let's just say, political stuff towards the referee, and they are definitely pulling this one up. It's very close.
He's made it quite vocal about his opinion about officiating and VAR, especially over these last 10 games.
Yeah. And he's the famous. Another good player, always loved him, and he was instrumental in Osasuna's go-ahead goal, of course. He was the original architect of Istanbul, original architect of contacted.
It looks like it's off the ball, off his boot there, right?
And they're lucky to see that. David Garcia, the ankle in line, nearly. The arm's not counting. The arm looks as if it's in that space, but they got their pixels in place and no good.
So VAR does exactly what everyone wanted it to do.
Yeah, clear and obvious that.
Yeah, right. Out comes on an ice the goal scorer. Kike Barha will check in.
Well, cracker goal that he scored. To be picked apart is a number of players not tracking back on our ice. The white man in Barcelona, I thought he could have got down and dirty a little bit more, Nelson, but it's arguable. He took advantage of it after a good start. We're on the other side of the second half now, Osasuna.
Trickles across, Fati. Take the throw in quickly. Meanwhile, Granada has scored again. Mallorca's day getting that much worse. 20 minutes remain in the Balearics, and here we take a look at Iberostar. The ball deflects away, and Carlos Fernandez takes care of it himself, weaving it through that back line to the back of the net. Mallorca caught by surprise, and that will likely doom them back down to the Segunda, bar a miracle.
Nice exchange there between Vidal and Leo Messi. Sergio Roberto starting to pick their way through a little bit more, or quite a bit more now, through this back lane. Oh.
Can they do it again? Suarez lets it run, but good play, Estupinian. Throw in Barca. Wide for Vidal. Blocked by the Ecuadorian. Not exactly what Vidal had in mind, and he goes through Estupinian to try and get it back. Saw what Carlos Fernandez was capable of for Granada this season. They're one of the teams that's been a surprise. Osasuna is another one. Many thought both of them would be battling the drop. Instead, they could both end up in the top half of the table. Maybe even in Europe. Double teamed. Longley may be the only one not panicking. To the middle, but missing everyone. Herrera tracks it down. Final quarter hour approaching. Collision just beyond the center circle as Jordi Alba about ready to check in. Take a look here. Down goes Sergio Ramos in the box of the Di Stefano. Little bit of an altercation. Sofian, they call the penalty and we're awaiting confirmation from VAR. See if we can get a replay, but right now Sergio Ramos looking for his 11th goal, 7th from the spot. And if he can beat Sergio Asenjo, the title is all but assured for Real Madrid. They're level at the Camp Nou, and Real, if the penalty is allowed and is converted, would be 2 goals up on Villarreal with a quarter hour to go. Ball cut out by Navas, who's done well on that back line for Osasuna today. They wanted a whistle, they will get it late. Now, as we watch here, Ramos, the path to goal was cut out. He goes down. Asenjo, probably like Gerard Piqué, hoping that VAR changes this one. But they will not. And Ramos from the spot, 12 paces to lift the trophy. He leaves it. But that one is going to see if it was touched. It looks like it was going to be encroachment. They tried to do what Messi did a few years back to Suarez. Is there encroachment in the box? And Benzema, they were trying to set the Frenchman up with a Pichichi challenging goal, but he was only a couple of yards behind Ramos at the time of the pass. So a bit of trickery that blows up in their own face. And considering that the encroachment happened, it should be a free kick for Villarreal. And I think that's what the argument is now.
Well, is he talking about the goalkeeper being off the lane as well, Phil?
That's a great point, because remember the initial touch by Ramos, as we watch Messi's magic on your left-hand side, the initial touch by Ramos was not going to cross the goal line. At which point, Benzema being in the area, well, it looks like they're still awaiting VAR to officially rule on this, but they're lining it up for another penalty.
Still on that lane.
So now they'll just hand the keys over to Benzema as he looks to keep his run perfect for his 21st of the year, and it's into the corner. They do it the old-fashioned way. Real Madrid 2, Villarreal nothing, and it looks like title 34 is all but wrapped up. Longley and Gallego for the clashes. They've taken a cooling break at the Camp Nou. Watching Benzema, Asenjo actually went the right way. Got his his hand down in time, pretty much leaving a ball's width between his fingertips and the post, and that's exactly where Benzema put it. So, 2 goals on the day, 1 for Messi. There might not be a battle atop the table in round 38, but there could be one atop the Pichichi list. Bruno barking at the heavens. Out comes Ricky Puig. See, Osasuna and all of that.
Well,
Getting the
maybe
red
it
card.
is just completely poetic in the end, Phil. This season that has been absolutely thrown into such turmoil on the field, off the field, around the world, is taking the final death throes of the season in such a incredibly unpredictable way, let's just say, in terms of a lot of the decisions going one way or another, fortune favouring certain teams and others not quite so much, and it's all coming down to this finale as we watch Alaves going ahead again.
Benito Villamarin, and it's Rodri Heli, the big defender, cutting inside of Emerson. And it looks like Alaves taking a huge step towards safety. Here at the top of the table, Real Madrid now a 6-point lead. And take a look, Valencia. Yeah, maybe just on the wrong side. Granada still with a chance when it comes to Europa. And down at the bottom, it looks like it will be 2 teams, Celta and Leganés next week. Leganés won 3-2 at home, but lost 1-0 away, smashed away, so level there. Although Celta with the tiebreak on goal differential. So it looks like even that might be resolved heading into the final round. All but mathematically. Thomas Partey giving Atleti a second at Getafe, who have fallen apart since play resumed. Atita Vidal. Nice. Suarez can't quite bring it down. Nice by Navas on the dribble. Messi. Navas. Ponte a touch. Back for Messi. Alba for Messi. Caresses it over. Not in for Vidal, but intercepted. Garcia tries to shield it away, and Herrera pounces. the way, as I said, it might be all but done, but Leganés going to San Mamés. Remember, Unai Simon, the athletic goalkeeper, was ejected, so Bilbao playing a man down, and it looks like Leganés might just keep themselves alive here. VAR is looking at the Leganés goal, though. Mate again stepping up. Keeps it for Messi. Into the area past Mayo. Down goes Vidal. Thinking about it, but just a corner, says Sanchez. Great run by Leo. Sees that peripheral vision of his. Oh, going to the back post. Wonderful. He's already had a look. And he knows where his target is, but put out by Garcia, who's had a good game. Alba. Now getting a goal from Big Vicente Iborra. 6 minutes left. Well, mentioned that goal at San Mamés as Pereira getting set to put this one back in play. Estepinian pushed down. Take a look here. Leganés pushing into the attack. And around the charging Pereira. They were checking the pass on VAR. And it will count. El Vasco Aguirre, one of his final games at Leganés. Asier Garitano scheduled to return next season. And it might not be in the Segunda just yet. Osasuna looking to the bench again. Robert Torres getting set to check in. Moncayola exits, so a more attacking close to this game. And take a look here as Athletic pushing forward at the Alfonso Perez. Nice by Vitolo, and it's touched off his boot, but the big Ghanaian was there. Timely as he flies in to put the ball flying to the back of the net. Atleti will stay in third. Punched away Herrera. Final 5 minutes of regulation. Sevilla still held. Estepinian onside apparently to the goal line, back into the middle, but Sergio Roberto snuffs out the chance. Now Piqué looking to lead the way, but a sloppy pass intercepted. Rather casual by Inigo Perez, maybe running out of legs. Over long play, but no one in support. Messi. Rafati thought about kissing it back, takes it with him instead. Poked away Navas, who's been spectacular today. Launching it upfield, and now a collision at midfield. Piqué looking on in bemusement. No foul, says the ref. 1-1 here. 2-1 in Madrid. If there's not a goal for Barca and for Villarreal, the race is over. The title is Real's. Vidal. Young getting back in out of the mothball. Suarez looking for Messi, but Navas was ready. Sergio Roberto tracking it down. Messi at the top of the box. Drives past two, but not the third. Suarez sees it stolen away, right back to Barcelona. And Suarez runs into Arilan. Take a look at the Di Stefano. Real leading by 2. All out wide for Gaspar. And for the big Vicente Iborra, the towering defensive midfielder moves to the front line. And Courtois beat. It's a 1-goal game in Madrid. Take a look. Tony Lato, the Valencia product at left back, ready to check in. Vidal takes a tumble. Barca pushes forward. Fati for Alba. Into the middle. Aridam, the touch off Herrera and wide.
Now, a bit disappointed he doesn't get this for Suarez, because this would have been the best of Barcelona in their fluid attack. This is fabulous football. Picking it up really way from the back lane and stringing it together quickly and sharply. Great movement and hard running off of the ball, and you saw Jordi Alba kicking it into the same net with frustration. Not able to find Suarez with that last pass.
Messi. Suarez. Lifted by Vidal and a good grab. Steps in the center circle. Messi's 23rd. Equalizing this one, but it's not enough as we head towards added time. Suarez to the spot. De Jong tries to find him. Ball rattles off of Fati not once but twice. Over the outside shoulder of Alba. He will track it down. Alba out wide. Suarez. Into Navas with the block. Lato will come in. Fresh legs out wide left. What a game for Estupinian.
Yeah, he's been involved all game long. Quality coming in every time from the Ecuadorian.
Seven minutes of added time. Just over 5 remain. Is there enough to make a race? It looks like Atleti and Sevilla locked into Champions League. As we take a look, the race at the bottom of the table, Celta with a sixth, and it's flipped home. Was that Maxi? No, but a beautiful goal to tie it at 3, and it's Nolito on a day of ex-Barcelona wingers finding the net. Oh, cut fine by Busquets. So down at the bottom of the table, that makes things interesting. A little more safety for Celta, who do have the tie break on goal differential. Messi trying to keep it alive. Sweet touch. Inigo Perez starting a break. Bursting forward. Flag stays down for now. Lato in. Lato shoots. Side netting. Boot point. Goal kick. Osasuna doing all of this after Gallego was ejected seconds after entering the game. After that collision with Longley. Real pressure now. Can Barcelona find a go-ahead goal? Boron deep in added time. And Betis nothing to fight for. Alaves trying to stay in